Hello, welcome back. I'm so glad that you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today, I am going to make you a lasagna. This is my famous lasagna. I've had this recipe for years. My kids, my family love it. I've also offered it to a few friends that love it. So today, I'm going to make it for you, and I hope that you like it as well. So let's get started. First, I am going to show you the ingredients that goes into my lasagna. These are some of the things that goes into the lasagna. I have here some tomato sauce. I have some mozzarella cheese, some ricotta cheese. I have here some chicken stock, and I have, of course, my noodles over here. And I have some, I'll be putting some spinach in that as well. And I will be using ground chicken. Now this recipe calls for ground beef, so you can use ground beef. I am not a big fan of ground beef. I'll use ground beef sometimes, not that I don't like it, but I'm not a big fan. So if I had a choice between ground beef and turkey or chicken, ground chicken, I would choose the turkey or the chicken. So this is what I'm doing today. I'm using ground chicken. You can use ground turkey if you prefer. Now I have some onion and some garlic. I'm going to put that in there and add that to this. Now I'm going to season it a little bit. So I'm going to add my seasonings to it. Our purple seasoning. A little bit of paprika. A bit of balsamic vinegar. Just a little bit. A little bit of soy sauce. I'm going to put a little bit of crushed pepper, crushed red pepper in there, just to give it a little bit of a kick. I'm putting in a pack of chopped spinach. And I'm using the whole thing. Let's get all that little bit that is left in here. My spinach is in. Now I'm going to add some fresh thyme in there and mix that in as well. And I'm going to taste this to see if I need anything else in here. I have to add some salt to taste, some black pepper, and then give it a good stir. Get everything all mixed in together. And then I will taste a little more seasoned salt. So I'm going to add a little seasoned salt to it to give it a little more flavor. And I'm going to add a little more soy sauce. Mix it all up. I'm going to taste this one more time to see. Oh, no, that's it. It was missing a little more seasoned salt. I added a little more to it. I tasted it and it's perfect. Now I can turn the stove off and this is done. So, okay, so now let's start to put our ingredients together. So I have here 1 bottle of pasta sauce. This recipe calls for 28 ounces of pasta sauce. So I, of course, am going to put all the recipes in the description for you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and empty this in here. This is 24 ounces. It needs 28. So I'm going to measure out another 4 ounces. I measured like half a cup here. half a cup and pour that in, and that becomes my 28 ounces. Now I'm going to use 1 cup of my chicken stock. 1 cup of chicken stock I'm going to add to my pasta sauce. 1 cup of chicken stock to that. I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. Chicken stock and pasta sauce. Just stir this up, and then I'm going to set this aside. The next thing I'm going to do is another bowl right here, and I'm going to get, next order here we're going to do is, I have here, we're going to use 2 cups of ricotta cheese. 2 cups of ricotta cheese. I have eggs here. I'm going to use 2 eggs. Break my eggs in this bowl to make sure that, okay, and I'm going to whisk my eggs a little bit. And then I'm going to pour my eggs onto the ricotta cheese. And then I have here some mozzarella cheese. I'm going to add 1 cup of mozzarella cheese to the ricotta and the eggs. Oops. 1 cup. We get all this stuff out of your way so you can see what I'm doing. And now I'm going to beat this together. Whisk it really well. Okay, you whisk that really well. And when you finish whisking this, you set it aside and then go on to the next thing. I have my lasagna noodles, but before I put my noodles in here, I'm going to take 1 layer of my sauce and layer it to the bottom of my pan. Okay guys, so you're going to put 1 layer to the bottom. Now my noodles are uncooked. I'm now cooking my noodles. Years ago, people, let me just move this aside so you can see better. I know years ago people cooked the noodles before they made the lasagna. But guys, you do not need to cook your lasagna, okay? Your noodles. Don't give yourself all that work. Alright, just do what I'm doing. Put 1 layer of your sauce to bottom. Then you're going to take your lasagna and you can put it to the bottom. But what I usually do is, because my pan is curved like this, I break a little piece just to get it to fit correctly at the sides. Then take some of your pieces, like sometimes I take my pieces and just kind of fill in. Then I'm going to take my sauce again and kind of go over my noodles like that. Make sure everything get a little sauce on it. And just keep layering like that. Just keep making sure the sauce is on. There you go. Good. Now I have that in there. I'm going to take a little bit of my mixture that I have here and put a little bit of my mixture over there. just take a fork and kind of smooth it out a little bit, so that at least you know that it goes over the entire thing. You want so that every bite would have a little bit of that. I think that's good. Now the next thing that's gonna go on there is our meat mixture. Now remember, this have to be divided in 3, okay? Because you're gonna need 3 layers. So you're gonna divide this equally in 3. That's my time right there. I don't need that anymore. That's my time. So I divide this into 3 layers, 3 right here, and I'm gonna use the first one and just get a little bit all over. A little bit of my mozzarella cheese. Just sprinkle a little bit. You don't need a lot. Just sprinkle a little bit over there. And that's it. Now I'm going to start all over again, the process all over again. So I'm going to start by sprinkling some more of my sauce on top here. You put some of the sauce, you just sprinkle it on. You're not putting it on heavy, you're just sprinkling it on. Then you do the process all over again by adding your noodles. I kind of pinch this top because of this curved bottom, so it fit correctly on there. See, it fits better. And then voila, very good. So now let's go do this all over again. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle some of your sauce on top. Make sure the noodles get this sauce, because this is what's gonna cook the noodle. All right, guys, get this piece to sit down correctly there. Now I'm going to get my ricotta cheese here, give it a little stir, and put it on again all over. Oops. Add our meat. But before we add our meat, I'm going to sprinkle on a little more of my mozzarella cheese. And I'm just sprinkling, guys. I'm just sprinkling. I'm not throwing it. I'm going to take my meat, and I have my meat portion out, so I'm going to take 1 portion here and just sprinkling it on. Here we go. Keep adding. So this is, and so now we got our spaghetti, our lasagna on. We're gonna start by finishing up here. Some more again. My last set of cheese. Take the rest of our meat and just spread it all over. All over. So just keep add the rest of the sauce over here. And then just finish up with your sauce. And some more of the mozzarella cheese. Okay, so now lasagna is all ready for the oven. I'm gonna put this in the oven to bake at 350 degrees, and I'm gonna bake it for about 45 minutes. But before I do, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some foil paper on it and cover it with foil, because the noodles need to cook. So I'm gonna put this on. And as I said, leave it there for 45 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you the finished results. So guys, here's your lasagna. It's all done. It smells good, looks delicious. It took, for this, it took 45 minutes in the oven. And then I took it out of the oven. I sprinkled some more cheese on top of it. And I put it back in for another 15 minutes. So that's how long it took all together. And voila, here's your lasagna. It's still a little bit hot, but I'm going to try to cut it right now for you just so you can see. But you should wait and let it cool a little bit before you cut it, because it just came out of the oven, so it's hot. But I'm going to cut it for you so that you can see. And guys, it's very easy. You see how easy it is to assemble and make. And you see how the knife is going inside of it. That means the noodles in there. Remember, the noodles were uncooked. They're cooked now. It's going in, it's soft. I don't know if I'm going to be able to taste it for you because it is going to be hot, hot. And you slice it up. Just like that. Now I'm going to take a piece of this out and put it on my plate so I can taste it for you. So you can see this lasagna. But look at this. Very simple. You see how I made it very simple. Please make this for your family so you know what your family is eating. Okay? So let me try to take a piece of it out. It smells, if you can smell it, it smells really good. Let me get a fork because I don't want to break it up. Still a little bit too hot. You see, guys, your lasagna noodles are cooked and they're very soft, so you don't have to worry about cooking the noodles before. Bon appetit. Now I'm gonna try to taste it, but this is hot, okay? But I know you guys want me to taste it. I mean, I would like to taste it for you. Unfortunately, not here to taste it, but it's hot. So let's see. It's a little hot. This is really good. I'm not just saying that just because I make it, but it's really good. Everything is seasoned. Because when you cook your meat, make sure your meat is seasoned really well. You got your sauce and so on. You have your spinach in here, so you have some vegetable in here. This is absolutely delicious, guys. I hope you make this recipe for your family. They would enjoy it. They would love it. So if you've never done it before, surprise them by making a lasagna. Just follow step-by-step instructions. I'm gonna put the recipe up there for you. Just follow that and you can make your own lasagna. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you can make it yourself. It's not that hard to make. Please make it, and then I want you to send me a message and tell me how your lasagna came out. If it came out good, if your family was able to enjoy it, I want to know. So I want you to tell me. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to press that little red subscribe button. And that icon at the top, that little bell, I want you to press that bell. That's the notification bell. So every time I put out a message or every time you send me a message, I will be able to see it. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. I had fun making this, and I hope you have fun making yours. Until next time, bye-bye.